All right, ready to roll?
Yes. Why do I feel like I'm further behind?
I don't know.
All right.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Let's go. All right. As usual, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be located. Today is Saturday, August the 25th.
Yes.
Is it the 25th today?
Yes.
It is the Saturday before the Sunday that is before the Monday of the beginning of the U.S. Open. Yeah, it's like U.S. Open Eve.
Man, I feel like I'm playing tennis right now.
We have a lot to talk about today, so we're going to dive right in. We had to come on the front porch today because the wind was ripping off the back porch, which would have led to zero audio. So we are on the front, and it's about 96. We have a thermometer here on our porch. It's 96. But anyway, we're gonna fight this out. All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. As always, thanks to all of you for sticking with us through our tennis talk that has now become a part of our everyday, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't continue to do this. And we definitely both thank you for that. You look miserable in that heat. We got a towel because it's hot. It's hot.
I don't mind being in the heat if I'm playing tennis.
So thank you as always. Furthermore, Carla and I vowed when we first started doing this that we would keep everything positive to the best of our ability, or we would just stop. Right?
Yes.
Just in case you're just tuning into this, we have 5 children. We coach a high school team, or assist her and I with a high school team, and a lot of the players keep up with this. And then we teach when we teach students court conduct and humility and acting like a gentleman on the court, not to smash rackets and blah 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 blah. So I wanted to thank everybody again with an exponent of 2, because for the past 72 shows, this is 73, everything has been great. And one of the reasons why I personally don't do any type of social media except rarely is because it's so hateful a lot. And I told Carla, if I'm going to do this, or if we were going to do this, then we would make sure it was positive, or we would just not do it and just continue to do it with our 5 kids and our 2 boys. So because everyone here has been the absolute consummate tennis enthusiast and minds that I've ever met in my life, again, thank you more than you can imagine, because we do enjoy doing this, and unfortunately we just won't do it if there's negativity, and there hasn't been that.
No.
So let's go. Let's go.
No, I think there's been like 1 or 2, but usually I remove it.
So very excited about that. Again, I really find this as a happy place for me, and I know Carla does the same. I know our 2 boys are right here doing their draws, so they're getting their picks in as well. And then I know the little girls, or our 2 youngest girls, are all asking about how they do it, and then the little 2-year-olds kind of following around with a crayon, trying to wonder what to do, no matter what, right? Anyway. All right, so a couple quick things before we get started. Carla has a lot to read today. I think there was some 33, 35 comments, just headings, much less the replies within them. So she's going to be reading a lot. Just a reminder, we're definitely not 2 journalists. You know, we're just a mom, dad, 5 kids. We have to train our kids on the tennis court and everything else. So we live tennis, we coach it, we breathe it. It's part of our lives. Our fathers, both of our fathers respectively, coached us when we were very young, and had coaches themselves when they were very young. So
no, my dad didn't have coaches. He started tennis late.
Yeah, he was a soccer player and picked up tennis.
He started tennis in his late 30s.
So we are human beings, and we are going to make some mistakes. I think as human beings, we are going to make some mistakes. So if we have a statistic or a fact that that we shoot out from the hip and it's wrong, just kindly correct us. But again, this is my stat. This is my stat for like the past 2.5 weeks. You know what I mean? So Carla and I put a lot into it, and at the same time, if we miss the statistics,
I might say it right one day and might say it wrong the next day, just depending on what we're into. Or
so anyway, we definitely put a lot of love into it. But if we miss a statistic, don't shoot us. Because we just happily correct it, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like smashing your racket.
Well, we know that Federer has 20 slams. We know that Nadal has 17. We know that Djokovic has 13. I may not remember where. I mean, I know Djokovic has 6 Australian Opens. Nadal has 11 French Opens, and Federer has 8 Wimbledons. The rest,
I think at the end of the day, it can be happily corrected, and we appreciate it because it's always been done that way. All right, moving forward. So the racket giveaway. Again, I said on a video or two ago that I would stop the deadline already, but Carl and I said, well, we'll extend it until the first match starts. So as soon as the first match starts, if you want to qualify for the racket, okay? Really nice stick, freshly overgrip, freshly strong, vibration dampener, head radical, UTEC Extreme Pro, really nice frame. I think Kuznetsov used to hit with this, maybe Gasquet, I can't remember. But make sure you get your men's and women's finalists and predict the winner. If you hit both of them, then the racket is coming to you. It is difficult to do, but over the past 10 years in a fantasy group that we have done, I've sent out 3 rackets. I think we talked about this. One to New Zealand, I think, another one to, I forget, but we sent like 3 rackets out. So it's worth it, believe me, it does happen. And if there's a tie, you know, maybe we'll have to do a paper, rock, scissors, or a coin toss or something, but we'll figure out if it's a tie. You know, and if you get one of them, again, I'll send out some grips or some strings or something that's tennis related. Balls, tennis balls, etc. All right?
Well, then you'll be sending a lot of grips out. Because most people pick Nadal and Djokovic.
Well, I understand that, but if there's like 27 people in first place, I mean, yeah, I can't send out 373 grips. We'll just have to pick a number or something. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be real. You know
I think almost the whole world is going to be Nadal and Djokovic.
That's a good topic. We're going to get into that. I mean, it's a safe pick, right?
Yeah,
it's a safe pick.
They're going safe, yeah.
I mean, I could go Del Potro and Federer, but that wouldn't be as safe, but it could happen, right?
Yeah.
It could happen. All right, so for me, I have to make it clear from my own perspective. I know there is a lot of Djokovic fans here. Believe me, I am one of them. However, I am a big-time Nadal fan, and I like Roger Federer a lot. So I wore Federer's hat today, not to disrespect anyone, but just to try to make light of. The other day I was wearing a Vamos shirt, which was a Nadal shirt. I have a Roger Federer tattoo on my back. I don't want to pull my shirt off and show you a tattoo about that big on the center of my back with the logo, but I got that in about 2006 or 7 in Vermont when I was teaching some tennis up there and some snowboarding in the winter. But I followed the guy since he played, Philip Housis in his first
I don't
final?
know.
Was it Philip Housis Federer won for his first final?
I think so, yeah.
Like 01 Wimbledon or 02?
When I met you and you showed me your...
Yeah, I mean, I have...
Your tattoo, I had to scratch my head and I said, wow.
I mean, I look back on it and I feel stupid about it. I understand that. I mean, I'm like, geez, why did I put this on my back? But, okay, I'm 40, so that makes me, I was 25, 27 then, doing big things, pumped up, ready to go. And, I mean, Federer was like what I could only imagine to have become. And so I can't be, no one can disrespect me for that. I know there's a lot of Djokovic fans here, but I played this game since I was 2 years old. And I've showed this picture before. Me? Let's go! My coach Norm right here, let's go! All right? So I played it since I was 2, and believe me, I have been creamed on the opposing side, and then I have done that vice versa. And having played thousands of matches, and also understanding how difficult it is to be great, even in the top 100 or top 200, top 250 in the world is extremely, extremely hard work. I know the marketing sways us in different directions and everything else underneath the sun. But I'm a Federer fan and I'm a Djokovic fan. I'm a Nadal fan. I like Kohlschreiber, Koritz, Zverev, Del Potro, Wawrinka. Let's keep naming some. Nishikori. I like the young kid Medvedev. I like Rublev. I like Shapovalov. I like Tsitsipas.
So you like a lot of people.
I hope that Rannick does something. I mean, he's been through. I'm not saying I love him, but I like. He's a fighter. He's been fighting. I like Dimitrov. I mean, gee whiz. I mean, the list goes on. I like Beneteau. I like Robin Haase.
He likes a lot of people.
I like a lot of people.
Where I was, I don't.
So for me, again, I want to see a heck of a duel. As I forget who said that they realized how intense tennis was. It was like a duel. I don't know if it was Malfoy or Stimpy, one of those two. But it really is, man. And when you get into battle like that, and you're really just trading blow for blow, I have a hard time disliking anyone that's out there. That's just me, because I mean I've been through the game for so long. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I agree with what you're saying. I mean, we're all different. You're nicer than I am. I have my favorite players and people that I don't enjoy watching at all. don't dislike them personally, unless I think they're dumb.
Yeah.
Dislike their games, maybe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to give kudos to those guys that are in the top 200, 250, even 500 to be out there grinding it, playing tournaments every week.
Yeah.
That's tough to do. Tennis is a tough sport. It's very physical, very mental. One week you're at the top, the next week you're at the bottom. It's very tough to keep, a steady, winning record.
Look, it's tough to hold down any type of record. Hence the brilliance of the big three, and for that matter, for anyone behind them, in my opinion, within the top 100, because believe me, when you're on court and playing someone of that caliber, and you experience it, it's quite humbling. I can tell you in the college days, there was multiple players that I would step on the court with, and I would be completely lost. I mean, missiles coming at me. Pa, 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 pa. I was lost. And these guys that do it, Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, and all the rest of them, the Wawrinkas, you even give Murray props, even though I don't particularly care for Murray. I mean, to having been a player not even near that caliber, I always tried to be, worked hard as I possibly could, but to still have these missiles coming at me, pa, 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 pa.
Yeah,
it's humbling, man. It's humbling.
It is humbling. Just in the men's level is a completely different animal from the women's. I mean, yeah, you have to respect the guys. I mean, that's tremendous. Their game is a different level from the women's. Even Serena's level. They're way past.
So just to set the record straight for me, I have to stay away from a lot of the comments on this guy and that guy and the percentages and not. I have to kind of stay ignorant to them because I think there are wonderful arguments in any direction, and for me, I just hope the best man wins on that day, and they shake hands on the net when they get done, and then we can discuss how the match went objectively, or if it gets vindictive, I'm out.
But I think everybody here has been great.
Yeah, I'm just meaning the broad spectrum of things.
Yeah, everybody, all the fans have been great.
But yeah, from a fighter standpoint, if you see like Muhammad Ali fighting George Foreman or whoever, boxers, when they get done, man, it's like this, right? It's like this. And you're here, you make eye contact, and you're like, thank you for the battle, even if you get beat 0-0. And the only time that doesn't happen is when someone smashes their racket and the other opponent's like, I don't want to shake this butthole's hand at the end of the match. He's been smashing his racket all match. Or someone's like, whoa, making a... Look, the only time no one wants to shake someone's hand at the net is when they smash rackets. And I'm not going to get into smashing rackets again. But who needs it? So at the end of the day, all I can hope is that the best man wins, and hopefully they both act like civilized human beings during the match, and then, of course, afterwards. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let's go. All right.
I like that diesel, or whatever that truck.
Yeah, man, we got all type of crazy.
And then another one.
Diesel truck passing. All right. Actually, one's not a diesel. It's like gas with this exhaust cut off, so it's louder on purpose. I don't know. Healthy for the environment, though. It's healthy for the environment. Let's go. Not really.
I feel like I'm playing 5 sets right now.
All right. Whew. All right. So the people in with picks for the racket. So the racket, 100 square inches, 4 1/4 grip, nice head racket, freshly over grip, strung with Cilic Hyper G. The people that have their picks in are as follows. Snippy Boy. Snippy Boy has Dimitrov playing Djokovic, with Djokovic winning. I can feel Djokovic, but Dimitrov, tough pick for me.
Never know, right?
Tough pick for me, though.
Yeah, but you never know. I read an article where, McEnroe said we might be surprised. I mean, he picks Nadal, but he said don't be surprised if some new players or players that are hungry could win the U.S. Open. So, and I've read quite a few articles of other odds makers that said don't be surprised if we have a new champion this year. So you never know.
Okay.
He's trying to be different from the other people. I can't, I might do the same thing. I might shock you.
Possible. All right, so on his women's side, he has Sloane Stephens playing Kiki Bertens, with Bertens winning.
Could happen.
It could happen.
Definitely different from what we've seen.
Yeah, it could happen. I think I'm still going to have the tennis racket after that, though. I'm kidding, but not really. I mean, I don't think that will happen. It could though. Bertens I like a lot. I like Bertens a lot, and I'll tell you, she is one of my players on my fantasy team. I'll go ahead and let that out. I have Kiki on my team. Okay, I don't have her winning it, but I have her on my team. I don't have her making the final, but I have her on my team.
I don't have her on my team.
Sloane Stephens, I didn't touch at all personally. She had a great run last year. She's due to meet Serena, I think, the third or fourth round. I think Serena will win.
Not third round, not fourth round. Later on.
Somewhere. But I think Serena will get through Halep personally. I think Serena will roll into Sloane Stephens, and I think Serena will take that in 3 sets and move forward. So I didn't take Sloane simply because I think Serena's intimidation factor over her will win out. All right. Rajesh has the men's picks in, but no women's. But I'll give you Rajesh's men's pick. Rafa Djokovic, with Djokovic winning. I think that's going to be a pretty common theme that we're going to hear for a while. I agree with it. Not saying I'm picking that, but let's say I tinkered around with it. Okay? Tinkered around with it. I don't know if I'm picking it, but tinkered around with it. And I think other people have as well. Again, Rajesh, to qualify for the racket, you got to get both. So just throw out a lucky women's thing. No, I mean, it's worth a shot, right? If you win the men's, then grips, whatever, we'll be all right. But I would just put in something, right? Just Serena and, I mean, whatever. Just pick somebody. You know what I mean? At least have a shot. Kiyosama put out Del Potro versus Djokovic, with Djokovic winning. I could see this.
I like her pick.
I like that pick, Kia. Let's go. Sabalenka Halep final. Sabalenka Halep final with Sabalenka winning. I like the boldness here. It could definitely happen.
Don't laugh at me.
It could definitely happen, though.
She said, "Don't laugh at me." I'm laughing.
That can happen. We've been following Sabalenka now for about a year and a half. We started watching her. We were watching her play with Azarenka at a Davis Cup match on television, and we thought she looked pretty strong. And this was about a year and a half ago, and she's grown up a little bit more since then. I like it, but do I think it will happen? No, not yet. Not yet. But it could. I think she's 20 though.
She's very young.
She's got the woman in her, the strength in her, the height, the build. She's got the gusto. But I think her legs are still a little bit suspect to go deep in the major. To win 7 matches, I think it's going to be tough for her. All right, so we went over both of hers, right?
Yes.
Next pick, Stefan Knežević. Let's go. Come on. Djokovic, Nadal with Djokovic winning. Here's the theme. And again, I agree with it. Rajesh has the same. Right, correct? Yes. And then he has Halep and Kerber meeting in the final. This is very possible.
Which I've seen a lot too.
This is a solid pick here. It's safe. And sometimes safe will get you the gold medal, but sometimes safe is not quite risky enough to get it.
I can tell you, I didn't pick either one to go to the final.
Like, she's a risky tennis player. That's why she wins a lot.
I don't pick either one.
She just goes for it. Me, sometimes I'll pick my spots, and then if I'm not getting them, it just gets worse. But she just says, "Screw it, I'm gonna hit."
I didn't pick Halep. I think she's too small, and she'll get tired. And I think Kerber, she won Wimbledon. She's not gonna win U.S. Open. I don't see her winning it.
All right, so that was 4 picks, right? All right, so for me, here's just kind of a tangent thing, real quick. Everyone is taking Djokovic. The odds makers have it Djokovic favored. Everyone that we've talked to, besides her dad, who thinks Djokovic will lose in the first
I don't
week.
have Djokovic in my final.
She doesn't have Djokovic in her final. I'm not going to tell you about mine yet. But her father, again, who is a lifetime player, coach, just a phenomenal gentleman, very credible in this game, has a son, too, a little bit younger than her, that's just a dominant tennis player at all levels. He doesn't think Djokovic will make it past the first week, maybe even the first 2 or 3 rounds.
We talked today in the morning, and I guess Rajesh got to converse with him or chat with him a little bit, and he said, honestly, I think Djokovic will lose the first week of the U.S. Open. He said we'll have a surprise. He's like, it's about time that the top 3 get bumped out. He's like, I want to see new tennis, new champions. He said, I give a shot to Cilic, I give a shot to Severev. And he said, someone lefty, I don't remember who. And he said, as for the women, he said, Serena, she has to get fit. He also thought Kerber and Halep for the women.
Yeah, so Kerber and Halep was the same thing. Her father thought, but again, he went way off course with the rest of us in a sense that Djokovic, he thinks, will lose in the first within the first week.
Said Nishikori. I said, ew.
Yeah, he likes Nishikori too. Remember, I like Nishikori as well. I don't necessarily like him at this tournament, but I like Nishikori as a player. He's another one of the players that I like a lot. He has heart. He's fought through a lot of injuries. And hey, I don't know if I've ever seen Nishikori smash a racket. I may be biting off more than I can chew with that statement, and he may very well have smashed a racket, but I haven't seen it.
Well, when Michael Chang is his coach, I mean, Chang was very respectful on the court.
My sister used to play doubles with Michael Chang, mixed doubles, at San Diego Racket Club in Southern California in roughly, 77, so this would have been like 80, I was probably 3, 4, so it was probably 1981, 1980, 1982. And I used to run around the hills as like a little 3-year-old while they were playing mixed doubles. Beautiful family, and that was in Carlsbad or Encinitas, California. Carlsbad actually was San Diego. Let's go, Chang. Let's go. Let's go, Nishikori. Come on. Let's go. Nishikori could surprise someone and win this tournament. He could. Dark horse, Nishikori?
We'll see.
Dark horse, Nishikori. Dark horse, Nishikori. Dark horse, Nishikori. Dark horse, Nishikori. Let's go. Rahesh, you like that, huh? Rahesh
you should have done the drum instead. You should have done for every pick and Rahesh pick. That's what you should have done.
Do it. House for Rahesh. All right, so off on a conspiracy theory is the odds makers have Djokovic winning. If you were a gambling person, I'm not. Don't promote that at all, and maybe that's a bad word to even say on this video. Nonetheless, I would never put money on a tennis match, but for Vegas to have all these odds stacked on to Djokovic, the favorite. Everyone,
well, it's the safest pick.
Well, everyone we talk to, Djokovic is winning. Again, I think he will win too. I am a Djokovic fan.
Not me.
However, in the grand scheme of betting on sports, usually the person that's loaded up on odds loses. I'd be a little scared because of all the odds going on. All the hype. He's gonna win it no matter what. He's gonna win it.
No one picked him.
He's gonna win it.
People didn't think he was gonna win Wimbledon, and he did. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's a highly. I don't remember a tennis player where it was ever as reliable as. Like when I went to the U.S. Open the first time in 2007, I bought tickets because I knew Federer would be in the final, right? I don't know if there's ever been a player though that I have followed in the past 30 some odd years that Serena. So
we always knew Serena was going to make it, or Venus.
So Serena, Venus, Federer were like the three players that you could always guarantee.
Or Hingis, when she began.
Steffi Graf.
I always knew I was going to see Steffi Graf in the final. When Martina Navratilova were playing, it was either Chris Evert or Martina Navratilova.
Laver.
Yeah.
Who else is someone that you can guarantees in the final? Djokovic, yes, he had 2 hot years, 11 and 15. Djokovic, let's put Djokovic in there.
Sampras if it was Wimbledon.
Yeah, but
if it was Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, okay.
Agassi, you almost had to throw him in at the U.S.
Nadal
Open.
at the French.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so consistent people where you would spend like a whole lot of money on a ticket, even though if you couldn't see them very well, because they were so far away, and just to hope they would get to the final. Those are some of the players that jumped to mind. Nadal, but at the French Open.
At the French Open, yeah.
All right, so I don't know what all the noise is in there. It sounds like a zoo in there. 5 kids are all here today. No school on Saturday.
They're waiting for me to take him to a tennis court.
All right, so again, with all these house odds set up in Djokovic's favor in terms of winning it, to me, it sounds a little setup-ish for me. I mean, it sounds like, for me, if I'm John Doe, naive dude that doesn't know anything about wagering on sports, that I've looked at the odds long enough and have been in favor so long. It seems a little odd that no one's betting the other way and the house always wins. So, man, I might have to look at Federer here or someone in that lower half. Kyrgios. I might have to look at Kyrgios at this point. Not because of the game, but if we're to suspect that sponsorships and money has anything to do with outcome, and we see these house odds continuously in Djokovic's favor, doesn't it seem a little odd? I mean, if the Patriots in football are normally largely favorites to win the Super Bowl, but they never cover the point spread. So, I mean, a little iffy for me. I think I'm going to steer towards maybe Nadal, Kyrgios, or Federer, or Cilic at this point. Nadal, Federer, Cilic, or Kyrgios, with maybe Nishikori.
I'm not going to say
maybe
my
Nishikori.
finals.
Maybe Nishikori.
I'll say my finals on Sunday night.
All right, now don't hit me on the comment. I like a lot of players. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. All right, Wayne Chia came in with the comment, or no, his picks. So he has Halep, Kerber, with Halep winning, which is a little different from these two up top. He had Halep instead of Kerber. So Wayne Chia's a little different. He has Djokovic, Rafa, with Rafa winning, so he's different. So Wayne Chia is solo on that at this point. All right, let's go, Wayne. Let's go. Got it. All right, Furzy09 came in with his picks. Kerber, Halep, Kerber. We got the pick again. Kerber, Halep, Kerber winning. And I like this pick for its boldness, and I may go with a very, very similar final and winner. Federer, Nadal, Federer winning. I like that pick. That took courage, and I may have that same courage with you. Not so much as I care who makes it, Djokovic, Federer, or Kyrgios, or whoever. I particularly just want to see good tennis and a good duel. But I really think that Federer has a chance. I think he has a fighting chance. You know what I mean?
Anybody has a chance in life.
Where's that towel? You put it inside?
No, you have it on your left side.
Oh, shoot.
I'm sorry, it's hot. I don't mind if I'm on a tennis court.
Damn. All right, so the next pick came in from Zach A. What's up, Zach A? Let's go. Right? Come on. New viewer. All right.
Where are you from, Zach A?
Yeah, Zach A, where you at? Wawrinka versus Djokovic with a Wawrinka final. Let's go!
You know they're going to get on me, right? Because this is the only one I cheered.
Kiyosama, you'll like this one. Halep.
Well, what was his women? Oh.
Halep, Sabalenka with Sabalenka winning. That's 2 on Sabalenka.
Wow.
We've been talking about Sabalenka for a while,
maybe
too.
I'm not thinking right. I don't know.
Sabalenka, Halep. All right, Kiyosama, is this a fake account? What you got? How does that even happen? I'm just kidding. Awesome pick again. I think it's really quite cool how Zach A and Kiyosama came up with that final. Again, I think Serena will go through Halep, and I like Sabalenka a lot. She has everything to gain in her future, but I don't think she'll win here. I just don't.
We'll see.
I love her game, though.
See, that's the great thing about the U.S. Open. It's unpredictable. It really is. I mean, it's hardcore season. My dad said something to me, which he's right. A lot of the top players are tired because they've been winning these smaller tournaments, and those that haven't won get really hungry around this time, and they want to win that U.S. Open. Exactly.
Great picks. So we only have 6.5 entries in currently for the racket. Only 6.5. And the half is because Rahesh only has his men's. If I'm missing anybody, please just simply let us know. Sometimes we'll miss something. We do sleep at times and take care of the kids at times. So sometimes the comments get lost in translation or we don't see them. But when you make a comment, if we miss your picks or something, at least discussing it, we can see the time when it was on there. Just remind us. But hopefully we didn't miss anything. Oh yeah, so as soon as the first match starts, I think Monday morning is when we'll cut off the pick. So it's open until...
I think the matches start either at 10 or 11. I'm not quite sure.
How much time we got? So we're at 28. Okay. So, yeah, so just get your picks in by then. And believe me, it can't hurt to at least try. It's a nice racket, and I think someone will enjoy it for sure. I mean, if you don't want the racket, no big deal. You can just say keep it, and I won anyway. But it's a nice racket. I think someone will enjoy it, and at this point, it's not being used by us or any of our 5 kids at this point. All right, let's go. All right, so Carla has to read a whole lot. She's got to read about 33, 35 comments. And again, these comments are taken from the last show only because we'd have to go back like 27 shows and write down a lot of comments. So we get the comments, the most recent ones, off the previous day's Part 1 and Part 2 shows, and then we read them. And within these, I guess there's some bigger topics. Like when we read them, there's like a bigger picture with a comment, and then below it is smaller pictures of the people and the responses. So we read the bigger ones. I don't know what that's called. Pardon my lack of knowing what this jargon is. But we read the bigger ones, and then the replies, you can go back and look at the previous day's shows and read them. We tried doing it all, but we ran out of time and went 4 shows one night. We got drilled by everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, we're going to go to part 2 right now, and Carla's going to start right into viewer comments. So if you commented yesterday as a topic on yesterday's 2 shows, you are fixing to be the topic of debate. And I think there's some good topics.
Yes.
So we're going to rock and roll through it quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And then at the end of it, if we have time for the draws, then we will. But again, it doesn't start till 1.
We could talk about, too, the people that made it to the draw, into the main draw. There's a few good matches.
Qualifiers
That made it, yeah.
So I think Auger Elysium and I think Shapovalov are playing each other in the first round. That should be an entertaining match.
Robredo, Tsitsipas.
Robredo playing Tsitsipas. That's a great match. I think.
And lucky loser, Polanski.
I think Robredo beats Tsitsipas.
You got Polanski, who's the lucky loser because Donaldson pulled out.
Yeah, I think Tommy Robredo has the experience to beat Tsitsipas. I think Tsitsipas goes down to Robredo in the first round. Let's go, Robredo. Let's go. I like Tsitsipas too.
And then Donald Young got
what I mean?
Donald Young got very lucky and is playing Del Potro.
But you feel that I like Robredo and I like Tsitsipas. So it's like I just hope it's a good duel, but I think Robredo will win.
Yeah.
All right, so part 2 coming up. Like the video, share the video, and sometimes we do good and sometimes we do bad, but keep it positive because we really mean for it to be positive.
Okay.
Let's go.
I think I just lost 5 pounds.
All right. See you in just a second.